What's up, fight fans? This is Slim Olokpe with Slim Olokpe Boxing. So the heavyweight division just got a whole lot spicier because the African giant Martin Bakole has thrown down the gauntlet and is calling out Anthony Joshua with a bold promise to knock him out in the first round. But could this be the next big fight for Anthony Joshua? Or is Martin Bakole just biting off more than he can chew? Let's break it all down. Now, Anthony Joshua, the two-time heavyweight world champion, is on the hunt for the next opponent. At 35 years old, AJ is looking to rebuild after a shocking knockout to Daniel Dubois. And with Tyson Fury retired, Anthony Joshua is now looking for another big fight and also one last shot at reclaiming heavyweight gold. And then Turki Al-Ashik, a key figure in the boxing world, recently suggested a blockbuster matchup between Anthony Joshua and the Congolese Martin Bakole. And where does Turki Al-Ashik want this fight to happen? He wants it to happen in the cradle of boxing's most iconic events, like the legendary Rumble in the Jungle. So Bakole, aka the African giant, didn't hesitate to accept the challenge. He has made it clear that he wants Anthony Joshua next anyway, and he's not holding back. He's really serious about it. So now that Turki Al-Ashik is interested in this fight, Martin Bakole decided to send a fiery warning to Anthony Joshua, saying that he's going to knock Anthony Joshua out in the first round. He said Daniel Dubois was able to knock him out cold within 5 rounds. And Daniel Dubois is a guy that he used to break his nose in sparring. So if he can be breaking Daniel Dubois' nose at will, and Daniel Dubois was able to knock Anthony Joshua's spark out, he said the fight is not going to last 2 rounds if Anthony Joshua step into the ring with him. He said he's going to knock him out within few seconds in the first round. So of course, Martin Bakole's confidence is sky high, and after claiming that he is the most avoided heavyweight in the division, he is also ready now to prove that he is the king of African heavyweights. But first, he needs to get through Ajagba, the Nigerian nightmare, in May, and that fight is a final eliminator for the IBF mandatory challenger spot. But ever the confident one, Martin Bakole is not shying away about his plans for Ajagba, and he has dismissed the Nigerian nightmare as a baby in the division, saying that Ajagba is just a baby and is going to get the Congo power. So the question now is, after he might have dismantled Ajagba as he predicted, could a showdown between Anthony Joshua and Martin Bakole really happen? Well, Joshua's promoter, Eddie Han, has hinted at the possibility, and with Turki Al-Ashik backing the idea, the pieces are now falling into place, and a fight of this magnitude set in Africa could definitely reignite Anthony Joshua's career and also elevate Bakole to superstar status if he can deliver on his promise to finish Anthony Joshua in 3 minutes. Of course, it will make Martin Bakole to become one of the greatest of his generation, and to do it in such an iconic place like Africa is definitely going to be one for the history books. But the question is, can Martin Bakole back up his words? Because talk is cheap and Anthony Joshua is not a joke. Of course, we've been criticizing Anthony Joshua, calling him names, but we all know that Anthony Joshua has given us some of the best fights of this generation. We know that Anthony Joshua fights anybody. He doesn't avoid nobody, even when he was a champion. Yes, Martin Bakole claims that Anthony Joshua has been avoiding him, but we know that Martin Bakole was just a sparring partner for everybody. He was not pushing himself. He was not fighting for glory. He was not doing nothing. But suddenly now, him and his coach, they have think up a plan to be using all these big names to chase clouds, and put their name out there. So, of course, as a fighter, it's okay for him to be calling out his opponent. But can he actually back up his words? Can he beat Anthony Joshua? Anthony Joshua is not Jared Anderson. Because I watched the fight of Martin Bakole versus Jared Anderson again. I was like, man. Martin Bakole was just so big. It was just too big for Anderson. Anderson is just a baby. And of course, Martin Bakole is supposed to beat Ajagba. He's supposed to blow through Ajagba. Ajagba is a solid fighter. He's a very solid fighter and he can punch. The guy is very powerful. But it's a baby, in my opinion. As Martin Bakole said, I agree. Ajagba is a baby. But if Ajagba can also pull off the rabbit, if he can also do the magic, this will definitely bring Ajagba to the limelight, because of course, this is what the Nigerian nightmare have been looking for. He has not been able to get himself into those big fights. For one reason or the other, he has not been making the waves he deserves. But let's see what happens. If he can actually do something with Bakole, he's going to become a big name in the division division, but can he do it? Efe Ajagba, it is yet to be seen. Martin Bakole is a little bit ahead of Efe Ajagba, so of course might not be able to beat Bakole, but Bakole against AJ, Bakole has a chance because Bakole is a heavy puncher. Bakole can punch, and Anthony Joshua's resistance to punches is not the best, but saying that he will knock out Anthony Joshua in one round of course he is reaching, but it's okay. We need to promote the fight. He needs to promote himself. He needs to say something. And one thing I will say about all this is that the heavyweight division is definitely heating up, and we are here for every second of it. So with Martin Bakole not only just calling out Anthony Joshua, but also saying that he will knock him out in one round. Fight fans, let me know what you thought about this matchup. Do you think this fight is going to be the next chapter in Anthony Joshua's career, or will Martin Bakole beat Anthony Joshua and steal the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.